Have you ever wanted to play Pokemon, but instead of catching monsters you catch mentally sick people and keep them as pets? Well, then Infinite Wealth is just right for you. This is the newest release from RGG Studios, where you play as a schizophrenic 40-year-old virgin, and it is probably the biggest game of this year thus far. Infinite Wealth has an abundance of content like Tinder, Sicko Snap, food delivery, a little story on the side, and of course Dondoko Island and Sujimon minigames. Minigames that could have been into their own game with how much content they have. The Sujimon minigame especially is one of the better ones in this game. It gets introduced pretty early in chapter 4 by this weird guy. He will tell you that he wants you to challenge the Discrete 4, the champions of the Sujimon League, and take their badge. Kind of reminds me about something else. Anyway, at the start of the Sujimon game, you will get 3 Sujimons for free, and you can gain a lot more to fill up your Sujidex. You do this by finding random weirdos stationed around the town and crippling them to the point they can't even fight anymore. But then, instead of giving them berries, you give them a gift and start begging them to join you by mashing a button on the controller. They will then decide if they like you or not. A higher rarity gift will also increase the chances they will go with you. Another way to gain Sujimon is to summon in the gacha. Yes, this game has a gacha system. You spend tickets you can only earn by playing the game and recruit different Sujimon in prison outfits, and they will forever be your pets without a will of their own. You will build a team out of the Sujimon you got, and you can battle different trainers stationed on the map to level up. And when you meet your rank quota, you can also challenge the champions from the Discrete 4, so you will gradually level up your rank from rookie to platinum. Let's now talk about the most interesting aspect of this minigame, the combat. For it being a minigame, it has such an advanced combat. Just like in Pokemon, some types are stronger against others, so you will have to build your team around your enemies. Or you could just use overpowered units to wipe out the whole team with one attack. Anyway, your attacks will use up MP, and 10 is the max. The stronger the attack, the more MP you will also use. As you use the Sujimon in battles, those specific Sujimon will become friends with you by filling up this gauge, which will... I actually don't know what it does, but numbers go up, so I guess good. If you defeat enough enemies or deal enough damage, you will fill up this gauge of MP, which you can then use to activate a special attack. All special attacks have their own animations, and they can either deal damage or heal your team. When you use the special attack, you roll the wheel which determines how many enemies you hit or how much you heal. To be able to fight tougher opponents, you're gonna need to level up your Sujimon, and you do this by feeding them protein shakes you made. After they level up, you can also awaken them by sacrificing their duplicates or special agents. The bigger you rank, the higher level your Sujimon need to ascend to. The more you progress in this minigame, the stronger your Sujimon need to be. You will go from recruiting some random hobos off the street to summoning literal gods to fight by your side. This minigame becomes even better when you progress enough through another minigame called Dondoko Island. That is when you unlock slavery. Yep, all these Sujimon you acquire will now work for you, so you can get some passive income and some materials without having to pay them a single cent. You can station them at different stations to produce different materials. Some will look for treasure in garbage, others will create stuff in a workshop, and others will pick cotton. There's also a station where your Sujimon can train and level up, but you will of course have those who still don't do anything and don't contribute to making you wealthier. Those damn liberals and their idea of freedom. The only way you can actually reward these people is by petting them. How do you even come up with this shit, man? Anyway, that about covers the whole minigame. Of course, you will also have a little side story connected to it. I spent like 10 hours completing the whole minigame, which is not bad considering the game has over 100 hours of content. It's just a small part of the game I really loved, but there are so many more. So if you haven't tried this game yet, I really recommend you do. With that said, peace out.